Welcome to Demo of the Week. I'll be taking a look at a demo today from Sterling. He's an Australian player playing for Looking for Orc, currently a team with no real backing, but a lot of things to show, and especially this guy on this map. Overpass dropped 31 kills. Absolutely incredible. It's Looking for Orc versus Order, and this is quite a big sort of test between these two teams. These two sides really looking to establish themselves as that number one team in Oceania, and both have some really interesting players, some really quality players. The one we're focusing on is, of course, Sterling. Orpa for the team, primarily. Yeah, starting on the CT side. So, with the AWP, we're looking for a lot of picks, a lot of aggression. Well, aggression's the wrong word. It's assertiveness, really. It's taking space and making sure you can get that info and get those early picks. Because Overpass is won by map control. Alright, B play, rotating back. He got quite far up at party. Got a lot of info, so relatively comfortable in this rotation. Coming through the heavens smoke quite quick. Quite confident in that peak. And goes back behind it. Here's the shots. Yeah, okay. Doesn't win the fight. Maybe a little sloppy on the pistol. We'll see. We unfortunately won't get too many examples of his pistol play in this half, I don't think. But yeah, a couple missed shots. Nothing dramatic. Team still wins the round. Gets the FAMAS out. That's a miss molly from Hazza. See, the T's have gone for a rush, and I'm sure he's got this info now, because Hazza's pretty far committed down there, and there's a short push as well to help it out, to control that connector area. That's why he falls back, to make sure he doesn't get caught by any spillover from the rush. If they do take down that connector player, you'd rather be a bit further away. I like this. A little careful, a little cautious, coming back in towards A. Because you don't really know at this point. They've not much info on where the T's have been. His crosshair looks a little low, I'm going to be honest. Would that be the right height for a crouch peak? I think that's a little low even still. Yeah, as I said, no real info. Playing quite far back. Now he's got a teammate to support. Maybe that player who's got an MP9, got some util, can die for the info. Oh, no, that's info. Okay, good. Smoke's long. Flashes in front of the dice. Does anyone peek off this? No, the counter flash is good. Does trade out Licky's death. Oh, and that's a freebie. Nice triple kill in the end. Helped out greatly by Apoc's flank there. So far, nothing too sloppy. So he's playing on the rifle. He's going to be AWPing, I assume, for the majority of this half. Didn't take too many risks. And got the kills where he needed to. Okay, off this buy, I'd expect more of the same. This time he does the molly and lands it. Good to see. Double molly setup to really deny that sort of control for the T's, who are on low buy, probably can't afford the smokes, can't afford the extra util required to get through that sort of molly barrage. And Sterling sets himself up quite committed into connector. A double, triple swing here. He would go down unless he hit all three shots, but thankfully for him, so far, it's not the T's intention to take connector. He's going to push it himself. Now, we can see Eustilo's holding. He has no idea about this. But he should be ready for this kind of play. And oh, that's info. That's got to be spotted. Yet there it is. Okay, now hold the long angle. Yes, the long angle's every advantage possible. It's another triple kill, so 6 of his kills already. Against relatively low buys, I mean, this is always going to be the case. People don't tend to drop 30 bombs entirely in gun rounds. Someone has to get these kills. He's getting them. That's fine. Okay, so sticking with the rifle. No one's really got the money to drop him the AWP, because a couple of his teammates did die. That's what's risky about these pistol rounds. What's scary is that your teammates can go down and things can snowball out of control. So even if they are easy kills, you've got to get them. And you see throwing a lot of util to set up Apoc's aggression. Also, there's aggression long from Hazza, so she's doing the util dispenser job right now. You see this a lot from certain AWPers. Not certain AWPers, from a lot of AWPers, really. When their rifler's got a set play to get aggressive, they're throwing nades and, oh, fight's coming. Gets one. Oh, the spacing, that was suboptimal. Allows him to get a double kill. And here's our first AWP round. He's got 8 kills in 4 rounds, and he's got nothing done on the pistol. So with rifles, it's been most of his joy so far. Yeah, that round, there's more to write home about from Order's side. Just dry peeking in 2 of them, and neither one having the crosshair placement or the really timing required to make the most of that. Sterling shouldn't have got a double kill in that round. Now you see this sort of 2-man setup on Overpass all the time. A rifler playing with the AWPer. You essentially give up either long or toilets. You don't usually play for both. And if you do, you play them quite far back, like we see here. The A site's about chipping away slowly at the T's as they come forward, about slowly delaying them, maybe picking off one, then crunching them on the bomb site or winning the retake. A lot of info has to be gained on Overpass, and here we got it. A lot of nades, a lot of flashbangs. He's going to peek out into it, hits the first. Nice. Re-peeks, quite aggressive, but hits it. And more flashbangs coming to support this sort of play. He's done to peek. Hazard goes without a flash, though. So that timing not optimal. Ooh. He's really running the risk here. He doesn't mind just holding this line. Only Vexite left alive. Dangerous player, but with only body armor and 19 health, shouldn't be too much of an issue. There you go. So I like the confidence. I like the confidence to go for that second peek after we got the first one. Maybe I'm not too big a fan of the constant holding of that line and trying to get that jiggle peeker. I think he might have been better off holding the long wrap if it would ever come until his teammates had the info, then using utility to let the rifles go in there. Against pistols, it can be quite tough with the AWP. You saw it there. He wasn't able to get the frags. He got dinked. He was low. Still, no harm, no foul. So we've seen not a pick there, not an aggressive pick. He stood actually quite deep, probably expecting the pistols. That's why he decided not to go for an aggressive little look into the fountain area, rather than put down some nades and play from the toilets. Here, looking like he's going to go B, so this is already a promising sign. I like variety in AWP picks. I like players going for different spots, different areas. Don't give the T-side something to play against. Don't give them a consistent pattern. And he's throwing the short molly, and he's not going to go through this. Okay. I've seen AWPers run straight through this molly before, and it kind of ticks me off. But instead he's going to hold this line quite close. Not going to overswing it, but here they go. Okay, the rifle player is now going to push it. And he's going to sit here, kind of being baiting in. Like, Apoc's trying to get this contact. He didn't want to die. But maybe if you've got like a shoulder's worth of info. There you go. Sterling converts the kill. Apoc trying to get a shoulder's worth of info, then bait the T's to push him so he can fall back into the line of his AWPer. Instead has to wide swing and does lose the fight. But Sterling makes up for it. Now he's on the ace. Ooh. Gets his crosshair in the right place pretty quick. Like that. Unfortunate timing on the second, but Hazard's got him covered as Vexite tries to cross. Just Ricky left. Okay, not bad again this round. A quick rotation up. The util from the T side is minimal, so they're not really able to prevent him getting to the car, to the truck, and making that pick. But still, it's not an easy shot to hit. Crosshair placement was good. Hit the shot. Good round. So far, so solid. So he does have his little predefined nade util dumps, as almost every player who plays towards the bomb site on Overpass has to. Hit quite quick on a rotate, so they lose the opener, go for a bit of a gamble. Pretty common CT meta stuff. Just holding from up heaven. But no one's peeking into him, so now he's going to go look for a boost. You see, once you've got the entrance kind of covered, you can go for this sort of thing. Go for the info play, jumping over for the connector players. No one's gone for any aggression on the CT side. No one's gone for a info play. No one's really figuring out what's going on. They're just gambling. And thankfully for them, Order are coming to this bomb site. And he's still got this line. No one's smoked heaven yet. Bomb dropped, so Order just looking for a little contact here. Just looking for a fight, maybe to bait a rotation, or maybe just to find an opener before they actually commit. That counter molly's good. There's still no smoke for heaven. Sterling is the first. Lovely shot. Now someone just dry peeks it. Yeah, this is somewhat frustrating. Sterling abuses the fact that they're not going to throw that smoke. Maybe they didn't have the smokes for it. Maybe they prioritized other things like the front of sight. I don't know. But Sterling feasts another multi-kill. Another double. That just seems to be all that's going on right now. Just multi-kill after multi-kill after multi-kill. No kill found by the T side yet. They have a 4-man CT setup on B. They're just leaving that one jump spotter on A. Sterling still not rotating back. They're still expecting a B play, but finally, maybe, yes, here we go. I assume Hazard spotted something, or just the timing didn't feel right. There you go, that smoke was fading. Re-smoke it. They're avoiding the front of toilets. Maybe expecting that smoke to be some sort of bait. So they're putting contact out long, and Ricky, is he going to dry peek into this? He is, okay. Sterling's holding the line. And Hazard's just swinging out. Gets one, but Valiant's trades. Sterling's still looking for fights against the pistol players. And there's no util to really clear him out of this area, so he can just keep swinging around this sort of box that is the front of the truck. And keep trying to make plays happen, and there you go. Nice little flick. Another triple kill. Already up to 17 in 8 rounds. So far it's been a tale of Order not having the util required to deal with Sterling. Let's see if they can do anything about this. Going for a bit of a monster peek. And now monster info play. Jumping across. Oh, spots Valiant's out, but can't land it. I do like the idea of this. It is quite risky. It seems like quite a dry peak. Just a bit of a trend with a lot of these teams. Savage, I believe related to JKS, if I'm not going crazy. Pushed up. And then that smoke allows Savage to go essentially unchecked, because Valiant does not expect that. You'd never expect someone to have pushed through if they're just if the AWP's just smoking and running off, you know. It's quite atypical. Nicely set up idea. And now starting rotating into the A site again. Let's see. Is there going to be enough util on this? There's a flashbang. Holds him off for a second, but no smoke. He does get a shot off. Finally a smoke comes in, but he still gets a nade kill. Switched out to the AK. We haven't seen much in terms of like headshots from him, but we've seen some rifle work. Oh god, that was a bit awkward. Oh, but does hit that shot to Ricky, and that's round over. Okay. So he's not going to be hitting you with one taps, let's put it that way. His rifle play doesn't seem that nuts. Again, you see the T's. Their push, their util synchronization looks a bit off. He's getting the opportunity to hit some shots. Ooh, looking for the boost. Okay, yeah, this is about the time you'd expect someone to whip it out. We can see Order aren't actually going for it, but he has no idea. I think this is a good time to check for it. It's round 10. The T's have been struggling to get anything done. If I was the T side, I might have gone for it in this round. And info is invaluable, but Ustilo doesn't give it away. Sticks to the left wall. Doesn't allow Sterling to spot his legs. This is a very safe setup. Especially when you're having such a good time getting the early info and then rotating in and picking up multis on the A bomb site. You can afford to stack B early. Make sure you don't get caught out by any fast plays. See, we're about to see some posturing from the T's, but they've got no util to do it with. Got Vexite and Ricky just sat in toilets. Waiting for a contact play, waiting for a contact push, but looking for Orc have had no reason to go for such plays. I've been so comfortable holding the bomb sites and winning the retakes, they don't need to go for like mid-round contacts. And oh, Sterling, he sees foot through the smoke. Misses the second, but Hazard keeps him alive. Good job, Hazard. He's taking the AWP towards B again, but is it going to be another Heaven play? Just another very passive waiting round, or is it going to be a pick? We saw him attempt a short pick, we saw him attempt a monster pick. Maybe go for a different style of play. No, this is the same monster setup. Oh, I think he was spotted, so he's not going to get a kill here. Unless someone goes for it again. Ooh. Well, here it comes. They do have flashbangs. They can flash him off this line and maybe then Order can get something done, but that's a dry peek. Oh, he missed the shot. Okay, there you go. Re-peeks hit that one. Can't switch to his pistol in time, so 1 for 1. Sterling will think he needed to get a multi there. Like you saw, he had the second shot hit, just he didn't land the first, the easy one. Which is something that doesn't irk me per se, but is a bit unfortunate. I would like to see him hit the easy one, you know, next time. And now he's playing a bit more aggressively. Ooh, spots the head, gets the kill on Vexite. Ustilo can't find the timing to trade him. Finally gets himself down into the Heaven area. And someone posted. Well, just in case, okay, I like that. Pre-scopes, then swings into it. Gives off the best possible opportunity to win that fight against someone who's already pre-scoped. The aim was a bit off in my book, but it was close enough that I think he could have won it. Bomb has been planted, but has picked up Valiance. And now, 2v1. Let's see how he plays this. He's got the smoke. Ricky isn't known, but they can definitely, yeah, cut off one of those angles and play for the other one. So they've smoked off short. Sterling with a very wide peak. Jumping over, I think, you know, sort of baiting. And that shot gives away Ricky's position. Does hit it through the smoke. But Sterling, yeah, jumping. Make sure the leg shot lands only. Defuse the bomb. Okay. So some nice little things there. You saw that jump across the monster tunnel. Very big, very wide jump. That's intentional, obviously, to try and bait Ricky into... It's either missing or having to flick so far, having to expose himself so much that there's no chance he'd avoid the second player of swinging out and hitting him with the rifle. So that's kind of the idea there. Kind of like a mini bait and switch, but more of just a bait and kill. And we got a long peek. Okay, so we've seen some other players on Looking for Raw go for this, like peek out long. This time it's Sterling. He's holding for this deeper line. But you see the T's have made it through the sort of fountain section. And smartly, okay, I like this. Didn't go immediately for the swing round. You see a lot of players get caught out when, at this point, they'd go swinging into the fountain area and get caught by an AWPer holding exactly this line. But he's actually waited, delayed, got, I think, a few steps of info on Ricky, rotating in. And now he's going to make his play, okay. Going for some sneaky stuff. Makes sure of it. Hits the second as well. You're still not able to locate him fast enough. Looking around, but finds no one else. And there you go. Savage has got the info. Apox also picked off Jira, and it's just Ricky. Sterling at this point kind of lurking. This entire round basically was lurking. He was looking for an opening kill, but it was never presented. And because no one checked on his position, even slightly, he felt free to just push forward and make something happen. Savage, the final shot. Okay, back on B, and looking for the boost again. But Order's still not deciding to whip it out. I think a part of them might be just assuming it'd be checked at this point. Looking for Org have been so comfortable, maybe Order understand that it's likely they're going to be stacking up B every round. Not really afraid of what they can offer on A. Holding this line into Monster, quite risky, but does mean he dodges that flashbang, gets the kill on the short player, and he's able to come back in. And these flashbangs, they're kind of flashing him, but not really. And so he's still on this line, completely unfazed. Valiant lands one shot, but Sterling trades again. Heads up fights, he's just winning them. He's just better in this specific game. In this game, Sterling's just better. And Order aren't doing enough to deter him. That flashbang was good. But Vexite can't win the fight with Apoc. It's all up to Ricky. And he's getting shot on the side. Sterling feels it. He's feeling confident. He swings in. And you can see he's playing confident. And his team are feeling comfortable. Order just don't have any real answers to his AWPing. I think Order, they look a bit rattled. I think at this point they look rattled. They don't want to push and swing and really commit to fights and commit to pushes. And the way they're leaking out one by one is getting them caught out. And here you go, starting reaggressing. Doesn't hit the first. And does get wrecked by Vexite. So there you have it. That's how the half ends. 29-4. P250. Okay, he's got to drop the P250. And he's looking for this sort of fight, and he does get offered it. Can't land the taps. Neither can Ricky. Not the best pistol play from either side. Jesus, this is awkward. That's nice, though. And finally does go down. Only gets one. Maybe not the greatest pistol player. I don't know. We saw a lot of whiff shots in this demo. A lot of whiff pistol shots on every side. That's not really what we care about when we're looking at Sterling. What we wanted to care about is AWPing. We saw it all in the first half, though. A decent variety of the picks. I would have liked maybe something else in terms of a B short push, like a proper aggressive angle held, a connector peek maybe. We didn't get to see any of that sort of stuff. Part of that was just how comfortable Looking for Org were. They didn't have to get creative. They didn't have to get inventive. Order posed no real threat. Alright, Vexite comes in and gets one, but bombs down. 3 against 1. It's just Valiant. No offense, lad. Don't think you have it. I've seen the future. I've read the tea leaves. And Sterling's going to get his 31st kill. There we go. Alright. Let's have a quick chat about that. What we saw there was an AWPer really never get challenged directly. Not necessarily in terms of an AWPer dueling him, but in terms of the team locking him out of fights, making sure he can't punish, making sure he can't constantly make multi-kills happen. And you saw it even in the rounds where he didn't get the multi-kills, or was only able to get 1 and then got traded. He had the opportunity for 3, 4, literally endless possibilities for him to keep on fragging. And you saw that when they executes, there was often like a nade, a flash, oh, then 2 guys appear. And you're like, that needs to be tighter, faster. Otherwise, the AWPer, who has got a little bit of skill, who is feeling himself that game, will just hit the shots. That is how it is. That's how it happens sometimes. Well played, Sterling. Absolutely excellent in terms of landing the shots, for the most part, that were offered, especially early on when it was getting double, triple, triple. I'm interested to see more from this team in general, from this Looking for Org side, with their very veteran IGL and some of their younger pieces like Savage. But this doesn't prove much to me. I'm gonna be honest. 31 kills, very flashy highlight, very flashy headline. In reality, when you go frag by frag, there's a lot of things that, as much as I liked the way Sterling hit his shots, he took some varieties in his picks. I liked the care he took as well. of checking those boosts in those rounds where they had the stacks. That stuff was pretty cool to see. But overall, a lot of that was Order not doing their job right in terms of clearing out sites, locking out angles, and trade fragging effectively. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be putting up polls to decide what demo of the week to do next week. Yeah, tell me if you enjoyed this format. A bit looser, no script. Just watch a demo and share some thoughts. Thank you for watching. A shout out to my elite contenders, XL and Laggy15. If you want to support me on Patreon, links in the description. Those guys are my top donators, my top subscribers, my top followers, whatever you want to call it. Really help me out. Absolute legends. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.